Welcome back to Crypto Atlas, your daily source for crypto whale alerts, crypto market news, and DeFi gems. All right, buckle up because today is one of those rare days in XRP history where everything hits at once. Huge whale transfers, exchange flows, ripple movements, ETF madness, and price action that honestly feels like the calm before a storm. We're going straight into the whale alerts because they are absolutely wild today. And first up, Kraken just dropped a monster. We're talking over 50 million XRP that's worth about $105 million. Moved off Kraken and into an unknown wallet. When you see an exchange to unknown transfer of this size, especially from a major exchange like Kraken, the usual interpretation is accumulation. Someone, most likely a whale or institutional desk, has decided they don't want their XRP sitting on an exchange. They're moving it to cold storage or a strategic wallet, and they're doing it quietly. The sender wallet here, ending in RNJR, is a known Kraken tagged address with over 53 million XRP still sitting on it after the move. That's not small fry behavior, that's big league conviction. But we're just getting started. A few hours later, we saw the opposite kind of flow, 33.6 million XRP, that's roughly $70.8 million, moved to Coinbase. This is one of those transfers that instantly raises eyebrows because Coinbase receives tokens primarily for liquidity, trading, or upcoming institutional activity. The receiving wallet, the RWPT address, is Coinbase tagged with basically no available XRP left after this transaction. Just 515 XRP remaining. That means this transfer was not a reshuffle. This was a direct loading event. Someone wanted this XRP on Coinbase and they wanted it fast. Now, here's where it gets really spicy. Ripple themselves entered the chat. Ripple pushed out a massive 150 million XRP, that's worth about $317 million, to an unknown wallet. Every time Ripple moves nine-figure bags, people start throwing out theories, but today's timing is too perfect to ignore. We have ETF approvals rolling in, exchange liquidity shifting, Asian markets heating up, and volume exploding. Ripple's wallet, the RJQI address, still holds around 191 million XRP after this transfer. They're not emptying reserves, they're repositioning. And then, right when the market was taking a breath, another whale decided to stir things up. A huge 73.1 million XRP, that's $162.8 million, moved from one unknown wallet to another unknown wallet. The sender wallet was literally activated just days ago on November 14th with only 10 XRP. That's a brand new whale wallet suddenly pushing out over 73 million XRP. This kind of movement screams coordinated entity activity or a new institutional custodian getting involved. So let's pause and total this up. $105 million off of Kraken, $70.8 million to Coinbase, $317 million from Ripple, and $162.8 million unknown to unknown. That's $655 million in XRP sloshing through the ledger in just a few hours. And historically, when this much XRP moves around at once, it's never random. So we have a lot of other news that I'm going to get to in just a moment. I want to let you guys know I do have a referral link to a crypto exchange called BTCC. You can find that down in the description below if you want to research it more or if you're ready to get started. Check out that link. And also, if you want to stay updated, you can join my Telegram group. I do post notifications there when I have new videos. Okay, so let's go ahead and pivot to today's news because the headlines are just as insane as what I was talking about with these whale alerts. Cointelegraph confirmed that the New York Stock Exchange has officially certified approval to list and register the Franklin XRP ETF. XRPZ is now a fully recognized, fully approved, fully greenlit ETF on the New York Stock Exchange. This is real world adoption. This is institutional legitimacy. and the timing could not be more perfect considering the whale movements we just went over. And up next, Chad Steingraber chimed in saying that XRPZ is killing it. And he's right. The early data shows volume is ripping, interest is climbing, and performance is outpacing expectations within hours of trading. Then we got big confirmation from Whale Insider. Grayscale's spot XRP ETF is officially trading live. Yes, you heard that correctly. The biggest digital asset manager on the planet has now stepped into the XRP ETF space. Grayscale is not a small player. When they move, institutions follow. And then we have Smoke, who added fuel to the fire, showing double-digit gains across the board for XRP ETFs. Straight green candles across the entire sector. That's not retail, that's institutional demand aggressively ramping. And then we got the post that had Twitter melting. X-Finance Bull broke down flows showing that XRP spot ETFs pulled in $422 million, while Bitcoin spot ETFs, they actually bled $3.55 billion. Read that again. Okay, $422 million pulled in from spot ETFs for XRP, and then bled $3.55 billion for Bitcoin. That is the definition of rotation. Bitcoin has over 10 ETFs. XRP has 2. And XRP is still pulling nearly $500 million in new inflows, while Bitcoin leaks billions. And look, he said it best. XRP is not just getting a seat at the table, it's about to be the table. And finally, we have John Squire, who reported the kind of headline that would have sounded like science fiction just a year ago. XRP has officially overtaken Bitcoin for the #1 spot on South Korea's largest exchange. That's not hype, that's real demand. Asia is leading, institutions are piling in, ETFs are exploding, and whales are repositioning hundreds of millions of dollars at once. This is one of the biggest alignment days XRP has ever seen, and we're just getting started. Take a look at the movement here over on the price chart. So for the day, while I'm recording this video, it's up over 10.5%. It actually was up even more, and we had just a little bit of pullback. Right now, it's sitting right around that Fibonacci level zone, and that's at about $2.26. We'll see how things play out throughout the course of the day, but it's very interesting, and the Fibonacci is one of my favorite technical indicators. You guys can see that it was essentially a bounce back on November 21st, hitting that lower section, that next range on the Fibonacci retracement, and then now trying to break through, getting back into that next zone. So we'll see how things play. This $2.46 zone, that's where the first spot ETFs had been released. That was back on November 13th, and it was right around that price there. I caught it very early when it went live. Yeah, so that's what I got for you guys. And if you want to, you can go ahead and drop me a follow over on Blue Sky at Crypto Atlas. And thank you so much to my Patreon supporters and my YouTube members. God bless, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.